You're watching WDSU News Channel 6 on your side.
That's right, Melanie. You know, the evacuations caused by Hurricanes Ike and Gustav have turned into an expensive bill for thousands of people in our area. And now some are actually wondering how they can get reimbursed for their losses. If FEMA can't, your homeowner's insurance perhaps can. Joining us live this morning to give you some tips on how to cash in is attorney John Houghtaling. And John, last time we talked was after Hurricane Katrina. And now, of course, we're dealing with a similar situation. Not as bad, though. Homeowners insurance is a pretty good deal.
Yes, well, a good deal is a relative term, I guess, because unfortunately, most of the insurance companies have raised their deductibles incredibly. And that leaves most people with a question when the evacuations happened. Almost everyone in New Orleans who evacuated, they have expenses.
Sure.
They have significant expenses, gas, hotel rooms. 3 or 4 days in a hotel room and driving hundreds of miles can be very expensive. Now, luckily, everyone who has homeowners insurance may have relief. They need to make a claim on their homeowners insurance. And most people are reluctant to do that because the deductibles are so high. But under most insurance policies, the deductibles do not apply to evacuation expenses. So they can make the claim with their homeowners insurance and not worry about the deductible.
How much money are we talking here? How much money can someone get for all that evacuation costs? Can they get almost everything back?
They can get everything back under most policies, which is the good news. Now, unfortunately, some of the insurance companies are misapplying some of their deductibles. Now, if that happens, they're not supposed to do that under most of the insurance policies. The deductibles only apply to the damage to your home, and it's a deductible that applies to damage to their home. Under the insurance policies, these are under additional living expenses under the policies. So they need to make a claim under additional living expenses or for civil authority, for the authorities telling you that you must evacuate.
Let's talk about the insurance battle that so many people had after Hurricane Katrina. I know your particular law firm has gotten a lot of money for a lot of people. What should people think about right now when it comes to battling insurance companies?
Well, first off, if they have any question that they're being treated fairly, they need to get help. I mean, that's the first thing. And luckily, our legislature has recognized that the insurance companies weren't treating people fairly with Hurricane Katrina and Rita, and they've put in place some safeguards for consumers. If you are treated unfairly and your insurance company misapplies a deductible or lowballs you on your claim or doesn't treat you fairly, you can get penalties and attorney's fees on top of what you're owed, so you can afford to hire an attorney or to get help.
Your law firm alone got a lot of money back for Katrina victims. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, we collected over $70 million for insurance companies, our firm alone, for insurance companies that didn't want to pay people. And in a lot of cases, when the cases that we had to fight, our clients had to pay us to do that, and the insurance companies in many instances had to pay for those attorney's fees.
Let's talk about where people can go if they feel like they're running into a brick wall.
Well, the first thing they should do is just make the claim. Get their bills, get their credit cards, any receipts that they have, any expenses they incurred, their gas receipts, their hotel bills, anything like that, and they should submit that to the insurance company and see what happens. Now, if they don't get recovery or their insurance company says no, generally, as I said, as a general rule, most insurance policies will cover this without the deductible. Now, State Farm and Allstate have made suggestions that they're paying this, and they're not going to do that.
Sure.
What they need to know, though, however, is that the insurance companies are not doing this out of the goodness of their heart. Some of the insurance companies are saying, well, the deductible applies, but we won't do it for you. And that's not the case. And they need to be careful and beware of insurance companies trying to negotiate with them because they're applying their deductibles.
All right, Attorney John Houghtaling, good to see you again. Good advice. Thanks for joining us.
Very good to see you. Thank you.
Melanie, back to you.
All right, thanks, guys. It's an important topic because we receive a lot of emails about that. A lot of people don't know that the deductibles don't apply for evacuations.